Everybody thinks bass fishing or fishing in general is just a hobby, a weekend getaway from work, the day-to-day hustle that everybody goes through. But when you go to put my shoes on, it's how I pay my light bill. It's how I pay, the grocery bill. It's how we pay for college. It's how we pay for everything around here. It all revolves around trying to catch a fish that I can't see. A lot of work and effort go into it like none other. It's not just, have a couple rods tied on and let's go out to the lake and see if we can get a bite. I spend hours upon hours upon hours going over every detail to be able to compete at this level, at this sport that I love to compete in. It can be a grueling deal. It's a lot of work involved in it. We do have issues that come up. It may be a depth finder won't turn on, or a trolling motor, or a big motor, or you just have issues. And it's important to know how all that's intertwined, how it all works, and to be able to problem solve that on the fly, because the quicker I can problem solve the problem, then I'm back to putting a lure in the water, thus, having some success, or at least doing what I need to do to catch a fish to put on the score tracker. So, part of our sport is figuring out problems on the fly, not to mention the whole patterns. When you talk about, problem solving the fishery and the fish and what they're going through, it happens multiple times throughout the day. The barometric pressure may change, the wind picks up, the sun comes out from being cloudy all day. You're all the time problem solving, making that next adjustment to keep fish in front of you and to keep the right bait on the end of your line, the right presentation, so you can continue to hopefully be successful throughout that day. Another thing that I'm super proud of, through the years, I ended up buying a pecan farm. And, a couple reasons I did that. One is it's a kind of a getaway from bass fishing. It's kind of my weekend thing. Two is I wanted to teach my son work ethic and getting his hands dirty and greasy and just working on things. It's how I grew up with my dad. And, just the parallels between bass fishing and pecan farming are really, really similar. And anytime you say the word farming, we all have problems. We all have issues that you deal with on a day-to-day basis. And, it's just one of those things in life that we enjoy that part of being outdoors and cultivating something from the land, whatever it is that you choose to farm. Mine happens to be pecans. But, you got to be able to problem solve out there on the pecan farm. We go through things, weather changes, late freezes, early freezes, droughts. All those things we have to be able to analyze, and then hopefully make something better for those trees to continue to have a good crop. So what does a bass fisherman or a pecan farmer do for leisure, when you're not working? A really cool project is a Jeep. Me and my son, we bought a Jeep, a 1980 CJ5, and really have dived off into rebuilding this thing. Like, we put a new lift kit on it, we put new tires on it, we put a fuel filter on it and put a battery in it, and we've worked on some different things on the motor. It's been really fun, teaching him how to turn a wrench, on a 1980 vehicle, and one that he's super excited about. It's a pretty neat project that me and him got going on. I know my boat, I know my truck inside and out, and I think that's very important in our sport, because out there on the water, let's say I'm floating around, and that's happened to me out on Lake Erie, and something goes down, or on the side of the road, I've had this happen at 2 o'clock in the morning. It's a good thing to be able to fix what problem you may have. And I just think that's important, because we are very self-sufficient as anglers, because this is our lifestyle, this is what we do. I'm pretty proud that I can fix about anything I need to fix on this or on my boat there behind me, just out of necessity, because if I want to compete, if I want to provide for my family, I need to be able to do that. And one of the great things about it is carparts.com, they make it really simple to get that stuff shipped, whether it's to my next destination or to where I'm staying. It's just a very, very handy, another tool that I can get something shipped to me in a really quick amount of time.